School District High School football, live on Stream It Sports, Northern Colorado. This broadcast is brought to you by Schrader Oil, fuel your day, by Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins, everything cars made easy, and by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good. And now for the play-by-play, here's David Haase and Randy McCoy.
Welcome to Poudre School District Athletics. Tonight, live from French Field in beautiful Fort Collins, Colorado. The host, Fossil Ridge SaberCats, just about to receive the kick from the Horizon Hawks. The visiting team tonight, Randy McCoy, along with me, David Haase, and Brian Roxbury on camera. Randy, conference game, both teams 2-2. Nice night to decide who goes forward.
Yes, and last week, Fossil Ridge got their second win. So at one point, we didn't know if they would win a game, and now they won a couple. So let's see what they can do. Horizon always tough, always solid. Coach Iber, one of the top coaches in the state. So here's Mr. David Haase. We got windy, we got cold, we got football here on Thursday night.
Great night for football. Welcome to the Poudre School District telecast through Stream It Sports. Glad to bring you this here for those of you from Horizon that couldn't make it up. Thanks for tuning us in. The kick, high, short, kind of a drop over the 20-yard line, picked up by the SaberCats. Looking upfield, Jones spun around. The captain gets it back out to about 27-yard line, and a nice return to set up the offense. And Randy, as you talked about before, a tough start for the SaberCats, but playing better here of late. And if you can hang your hat on and playing well in conference, that's still a pretty special season, and they're doing it so far. Yeah, they are. And, they had a couple of tough losses. Lost to Fort Collins early on in a game, I'm sure. If you ask everybody there, and I was here, they should have probably won that game. But either way, tonight's a tough task to beat Horizon. Yeah, Horizon 5-4 on the season, a pretty good team on an annual basis. You said blitz coming on the first play of the game. Hoke taking it deep downfield, trying to find the edge, and timing was just off there on the throw because actually the ball was pretty well put on the side. Donovan Murphy had a great break down the sideline, but just a little long.
Well, what I love about that is they went to Murphy, and something we've talked about all year is we don't think they've targeted him enough. But if you look at his stats, they're starting to be pretty good now, and Hoke has had a pretty good year passing.
2nd and 10 now. Slow give from the read around the outside. We got a flag down, as you see on your screen there from the bottom side. I don't think a tough one to call. That will be a tough penalty because it's going to be well into the backfield.
33 on the carry there, and
just
nice carry.
Yeah, taking it upfield. Shelberg there, the senior. And his senior night here at French Field for the SaberCats. And every parent and every athlete that's gone through that know that's a fun night, a special night. And parents are talking to a couple parents before the game that said, can't believe this is the last one.
Yeah.
And I said, I go enjoy it. They're all special, but yeah, it is just a check mark and you finish it off. So the big penalties, we said spot foul holding, moves it back to the 15-yard line, makes it about 2nd and 25.
I want to thank, we'll say something here after this play.
Snap, straight give up the middle. Horizon meets just as he got going, tackled by Kobe Small there, the senior linebacker, number 32.
And what you're going to find with Horizon is they're that classic football team, aren't they? They run hard and they stop the run, don't they?
They are definitely a between the tackle strength team. Coach Ibarra is, he says we're building on the foundations, a strong defense. They've got 4 down linemen, basically play a 43, but with the spread offense, they got to put one more DB or widen somebody out, so they generally do. Nobody on the slot on the outside. Hoke's looking that way, trying to find somebody around there, but it's just nowhere to go and gets swallowed under in a sack, so they'll be punting from their end zone,
too. That was more than a sack. That was a bear hug.
Yeah, he just tried to step around, showing a good pocket presence, trying to slide step, but unable to escape that rusher who, like I say, spun off his blocker underneath.
One thing I didn't like there is he looked one way the entire time.
Yeah, they had the open side over there. Like I said, the high safety in the corner out there, and the slot was, like I say, pretty much uncovered straight across. But we'll see if they can get a good punt here. They do have a bit of a breeze behind them, although kind of a crosswind now as they look in the end zone at the flag. Snap. Rolls left side, rugby punt's going to hit the ground. That could be a good bounce to Sam Gatson. It really does. Takes off to past the 40 down near the 35, 37-yard line before it's down. So an excellent under pressure punt. And I tell you what, that was
nice play by that athlete.
Yeah, well, and a great time to do it, too. They needed that one. Outstanding efforts on defense so far this year. We're talking about Bauerfeind and Meyer. Nate Meyer, 8.5 sacks, and Bauerfeind with 5. Tackling, getting up and getting on the line, being out there as much as they had. The way they're playing it, a lot to be proud of here, and a strong night here right in front of them with a pretty good offense. So 7 in the box straight away. First run by Horizon, steps around a couple tackles out in the open. It's going to be a sprint to the corner. 30, down to the 20, down the end. I don't see any flags, and taking it the distance on the first play of the game, almost Noah Steinbach, the senior, almost on a broken play, Randy. He kind of spun away, showed excellent vision and stability after getting hit hard, and just turns. And that's a tough one. He had 482 yards on the season, and I think he just almost added 70 there.
Well, and, he has breakaway speed, too, because he ran away from everybody as well.
No, he really did. It shows his athleticism, as you're saying. He got up and moved, and then they slid there in the hole after the hit and took it downfield for the score. PAT coming. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good. Brody Schultz, wide receiver, number 23, your kicker. So just a tough start right out of the gate, and you kind of you go negative on a big hold play, on a positive run, and all of a sudden you back up with a sack, and that's to see how these kids can bounce back here. I mean, it's been one of those years where you say, okay, we're going to keep testing ourselves mentally, but after a while,
that's a dagger in the heart right there, because It's just a run. It's just a run up the middle.
Yeah.
And
well, they had about 8 in the box. They really showed blitz. Had everybody up near inside the heels. And when he got that little edge there, the pursuit was going to be coming from a bad angle.
And how many times have we seen that too?
Yep. Yeah. If you can make that next level, you get to that next level, all of a sudden you're gone. And a pretty good offense this year too. Very balanced for the Horizon Hawks. I mean, they're averaging 126 yards, throwing and 130 rushing, and they just got half their average rushing there on that play, actually more than. Kickoff's going to be another short one's going to hit about the 20. You have to get up and get it because it just dies. Cut up field, though, nice job of play recognition. Just take it north and south. Riley Jones again on the carry. That's tough. They're going to have to start going up and say, okay, I got to receive it up there closer. A lot of teams, if you don't have touchback strength in that kicker, like you see Murphy from Foster, right. He's got like 19 out of 22 kickoffs that are touchbacks, and that is such a difference. So,
nice Horizon crowd over there for a 6 o'clock game. Well, good job, guys.
And on a fresh evening here on the Front Range.
Yes, fresh would be the right word.
Twins this side. Tight inside, then Hook fires right down the middle. Nice throw on the outside drop, though just a bit short, kind of broke away. I think he kind of threw it off his back foot. Need to step into that a little bit more because he had Murphy over there all alone near the first down yardage.
Also, Ridge coming in 2-7. And, we always talk about this time of the year, you are who you are. And one of the things that Fossil struggled with this year is drop passes. I can remember off the top of my head probably 4 touchdowns on passes that were dropped, so he has not gotten much help.
Blitz coming, gets to Hoke, he tries to go away, and he's swarmed under 5 guys on him.
Yeah, that's going to be a long night if he can't get rid of that ball.
Yeah, and there was no chance that time. Like I said, the blitz linebacker, and he came from he didn't cheat up into the space. He just came on the blitz and kind of peeled him apart. So 3rd and 13 now.
Yeah, he's going to have to get rid of the ball like right now.
Yeah, when there's no time like that, that's just a...
The slant should be his best friend.
Looking far out, throws a long out pattern here, and
boy,
just timing was just off. Had to get to the sticks. He threw it there, but didn't quite connect. So that'll bring up another 4th down. Pass intended out there for number 82, Niles Tilley.
That was a pro play, wasn't it?
Well, it's a timing. It's a timing pattern, and that's one of the toughest things about high school. Like you say, the pros and even college, you've got months of times to work on that. You throw to the spot, you know where he's got to go, and wasn't that they were far apart. It's just the timing when he got there. Single return again. Horizon back. Line drive kick can be grabbed at the 46-yard line. Upfield, he's got the edge. Cross midfield inside the 40 and knocked down about the 30-yard line. So excellent field position on their second position. Isaac Salazar, we've seen him up here for a couple of years, Randy. Very dynamic return. Very Zach Leal reminder.
Yeah, he was quick, boy.
Yeah. And we have a flag, though, down at the 32-yard line, so we may have a hold there on the return.
Or a personal foul. Looked like there was.
Was it a late one? I didn't see that coming down, and hope for the best there.
So they're going to decide what they saw.
And they're going to keep deciding. That great camera shot there, Brian. Night at the Roxbury.
His last game of the year.
Yep. He's glad he came back for one more with the open air effect you have in the camera booth.
Yeah.
I was just turning down the heat in here. It's getting a little warm on this side.
It is.
It's probably not as funny as we think it is.
Might have to actually crack them.
Unsportsmanlike conduct is going to be called in Fossil Ridge, so you saw it. That will be tacked on to the end of the run, and that's the tough thing to do. Sometimes athletics, it's tough to keep your composure, and that was a moment.
Yeah, I'm a little old school. You think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wouldn't be John to anybody if I was 2-7. So I'm a little old school. Sorry, folks. that kind of gets under my collar a little.
Here's a chance to get back in, and they'll get a stop here. Power I formation, couple it under center, hands off.
Good job.
A nice job getting behind there. Boy, you see Riley Jones running around there, number 20, getting back legs, and that's what you're going to. If you're going to crash from the outside, folks, you don't run to deep where the running back was. You run towards the line of scrimmage where they're going, and you just shut that down. Tackle also up in there with number 46, one of the captains, Bauerfeind, right in on it too. And the one thing about it too that Fossil Ridge has done this year, a few early games they had some blowouts, but since then defense has settled down. They've had some tight games and just got to get over that hump. Back to throw, slant pattern coming in. Salazar, nice tackle, right up high and to the. I tell you what, he sat on it. He did it the right way, too. I mean, Salazar's a tough kid. He took a huge pop, and Bauerfeind.
It's kind of a blind, not blind, but you know.
It's that what he did about that was he didn't run at him. He didn't leave his feet. Because if you'd run at him or he'd leave, because that was a blow-up play a few years ago.
Yeah.
And that's one of those where you go back to your quarterback when you get up and you tell him you got to throw that ball earlier. But the rules to protect kids now, I mean, Salazar took a pretty good pop. But it wasn't the kind that you see the flag on it. And kudos to Bauerfeind, too, for playing that smart. Because he could hurt his team. Yeah. That's a personal foul. And he did it the right way in a solid tackle. So 3rd and 7 now. Well, I think they got to go 4 downs here, judging by the captain. And a big sack. Big sack for the SaberCats, pushing back out to the 25-yard line.
Nathan Meyer
there. Yeah, it was Meyer. Adding to that 8.5 sacks in the conference lead, up to 9.5 now. And
he's had a different number every night, though.
Oh, I know.
So, but on this roster, that is Nathan Meyer.
Yeah, and I went down ahead of time earlier and made sure that is correct, and that was his play. But showing and his ability there to grab and take him down too. That's why he's one of the top wrestlers in the state of the heavyweight division. Hello to those in his family we here watching from Palmyra, Nebraska, an area I'm well aware of.
Oh, are you?
Yep. Everybody knows it's just a
little
past.
Been a year there one night, huh?
Got my licks in. Just past Lincoln on your way to Nebraska City, down towards Kansas City, back in your old stomping grounds.
Yeah.
Big 4th down play here, and we've got a delay a game penalty on the horizon.
No, timeout.
Oh, they got the timeout called beforehand because the back judge had his flag out, and I thought we'd get the break. So, timeout on the field, 7-0 Fossil. They got a 4th down stop coming up. You're watching Streaming Sports.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual. At First Bank, banking for good.
So we're back here, 6:39 left in the first quarter. Big play for the Foster Ridge defense.
Yeah, if they can get off the field here, Randy, that may be the spark they need. Trips here to the near side, tied into the top of your screen.
I mean, really, you have no. I mean, throwing it to the end zone is probably your best play here.
Well, they got to get it inside the 7, and we have procedure call. So now they got to get it inside the 7 from 5 yards further back.
And that's the thing, we're so used to seeing most of the time up here, every team has had a pretty good kicker, and that's kind of a no-brainer. You kick a field goal right there, but not every high school team, and I would say probably half the high school teams don't have a field goal kicker who can kick from 35, 40 yards out.
Yeah, that's a pretty good poke in high school. Same formation, tight end top, single running back, trips here. Motion though going across the formation, so you see they're widening out zone defense by the SaberCats. Squeezing the field, rolling it down, just firing to the end zone like you thought. And it's out of bounds and a big stop for the SaberCats. Incomplete pass, turnover on downs. And the nice thing about that, too, for the SaberCats, Randy, that ball comes clear out there to the line of scrimmage. They're going to get the ball in their 32.
Yeah, so they need to really establish probably that option that Tanner Hoke has had lots of success with. He's the leading rusher on the team.
Yeah, you got to start going forward a few plays here and find a way to get it. They got to stay on the field for a little bit, too. A couple of first downs no matter what.
But so far, that offensive line is just gulp them up.
Yeah,
they're big.
It's that Horizon, like I say, big and active over there, and they got to find some way to take advantage of that.
That's old school right there, and at the
4-point stances.
4 guys down. I mean,
read option you talked about straight into right into his guy. That's one of those plays where you're trying to get by it. Nathan Meyer actually got the carry that time. He's in the backfield playing fullback.
Yeah, but you can't carry it through 3 guys.
No.
So
it's a loss of 1 on the play.
I don't care who you are.
Clock is running here mid-first quarter. 6 minutes, 7 seconds left to play. It's only 7-0. Fossil Ridge just trying to find a little rhythm here on offense. High snap. Ball's on the ground. And Horizon's saying they got it. And they came away with it. Yep. The snap was high. Just threw the timing off. You can see the snap was high.
Well,
and Hoke had to go up and get it. And he's trying to hand it, trying to do a jet sweep there, trying to get that inside handoff to Niles Tilley. And it just blew up the play, didn't it?
Yeah, but, another thing is Nathan Meyer, I haven't seen him in the backfield. So, you've got a guy back there that probably had never run that play. They ran into each other. I mean, there's nothing else we can say.
Yeah. 1st and 10 now. After the stop, defense is right back out there. Chance here to...
Might have been a good call there, too. Tilley's got some good speed.
Well, like I said, we've seen that happen early in the season here before where he had the long run and the jet sweep, and you got to set it up, but like I say, execution. Sorting out, got the right football in possession there. 2 tight ends, power I formation, slot to the top of your screen. Straight ISO play. Straight to the middle, skips 1 tackle, slides out another inside the 15.
Boy, some good feet.
Yeah, that's a pretty good run there by Steinbach. Steinbach's got some guys in front of him too. They talked about their starting lineup: 64 Zach Lay, 68 Dominic Iocavetta, Enrique Chavez 72, Hunter Fletcher 75, Medina number 84, the tight end who stays in tight is a big blocking tight end. Still in the power I formation. Under center. Ball's on the ground, though. Different quarterback in there that time, too, Randy. Number 15, Matt Francis, the junior, was in. I don't know if I didn't know if he was on the first snap there or not, but that's a loss of about 11. No, that's actually the wrong mark there. So back to the original line of scrimmage, going 3rd and 10.
Getting some text here from the Big E telling us we sound good tonight, so we say shout out to
keeping us in all the soccer and volleyball news.
Yeah, he wants us to give him some love. We got 3 volleyball teams in town with home regionals. So
and the boys soccer team from Fort Collins won along. I think they're into the quarterfinals. So a lot of high-level soccer and volleyball in northern Colorado. So big 3rd and 10 now.
Way out on the left, and
flag going right away. We've got a delay of game call. So Horizon just narrowly missed that once. This time they got it. That'll bring it up 3rd and 15. And Randy, when you all of a sudden you change your quarterback early in the game, and you get a little bit different rhythm, they're not clean out of the huddle there. And they do have the clock wound again, so they don't want to do it twice in a row. Twin receivers near side single to the top. Fake to give, rolls around. He's got the screen set up. He's got the man on the outside. Oh, guys, Steinbach's on the open area, and he's going to run inside the 10. First down yardage and some. Great call. And I tell you, Francis did run that ball. That was a great play. But, boy, Steinbach, you see him in the open field, and he's got room. That's he's pretty good running back. So they kind of got out of jail there with a long 3rd down conversion. 1st and goal to go now, ball at the 7-yard line. Tight bunch where you see that tight formation there too. Fossil's got 9 guys in the box, and as he gets around to the edge and into the end zone, almost untouched.
Well,
that's what you see. You're putting everybody right up there, trying to get that initial surge. And credit to the Horizon Lions sticking to their blocking assignments and found that crack. And boy, that's all Steinbach needs. He's an accelerator.
Yeah, he may be as quick as anybody we've seen this year.
I would agree. Yeah. Great change of direction.
Not necessarily powerful, but, boy, he stops on a dime.
Yeah, he's that scat back type. So PAT coming again. Decent snap. Almost got to that one. Great close on it going across there.
And did not make it.
And it pushed it wide. So I think the influence there, I think it was Parker Mole, number 11, that came across there. I mean, I think the kicker saw him. You know that pressure's there, and he forced it. So 13-0 so far here, but first quarter, Fossil's just looking for something good to happen. 3:44 left here in the first quarter. You're watching Streaming Sports. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Big game tomorrow night here locally, too, in 4A football.
Yeah, huge game, and we get two teams that we followed all year, broadcasted last week. Eric and Cody had tremendous game on. Go back and watch that on.
That's one of the wildest games. We thought that was over early, and all of a sudden you come back and say, wait, no. 56-55 in double overtime, was it?
No, it was single overtime.
Was it single overtime?
Yeah. But go back and watch that on Facebook Live or on streamingsports.com. I'll tell you what, Channel 9 said that was probably the game of the year as far as wanting to watch it. Wins are wins on a missed 2-point conversion.
Yep. Clutch moment at the end. Skyland's credit to Skyland. What a comeback for that program.
Yeah. And some people might say it was pass interference, but
kick down taken by Jones at the 7-yard line. Turns upfield, goes to the outside. He's got an angle. Going to get to past the 30. Good return yardage up near the 35-yard line. Puts the offense in a good position to start. Now they just need to show some offense. We just need to get a little continuity there. And right now they're taking, it's one of those quick flips to a running back, Randy, a toss, that fake run toss, the type of plays right now where you've got linebackers, they are coming straight up the middle. And, you want to establish the run, but you can make them widen out a little bit and give that middle section a little bit of room if you can show some edge there.
This game's pretty important to Horizon. They're number 20 in the RPI.
Yeah.
So they have to win this game and probably have some other people ahead of them lose. But it's doable. Hooters ahead of them.
Yep. Fake the jet sweep. Hulk back to throw. Has to scramble to be taken down. It's sacked for about a 12-yard loss.
They have no time to take that much time to run a play behind the line of scrimmage.
And either you move the pocket and take off running because, he was just basically that was a calf roping exhibition there. Just got his legs spun around there. Great athletic move and a tackle. So loss of 10 or 11. Ball now back inside the 25-yard line. Man defense on the outside. One safety to the top. Got that middle open. Great throw out there to Murphy. Gets about 10, 11 back. Gets across the 34-yard line near the 35. Makes it a manageable 3rd and 9 compared to that's what you got to do. You don't want to get that home run. You want to get some positive yardage. One, they just need some rhythm out there on offense. That'll help. And I think Murphy can do that all night long on single coverage. It's tough for any high school defensive back to take an athlete like him out of the game. 3rd and 9.
Yeah, it'd be good to see Murphy have a good last home game here, and has not had probably the season he thought he would after his great junior year. He's had a good year, but
Every year.
Every year is different.
Starts over, doesn't it?
Yep.
Snap taken, Hope looking, screen pass right up the middle. Nice call, gets away from one, but blocks missed. Guys just got around him. And tackled after gaining maybe just a couple.
Slow developing, really, but
he
got a block, don't you?
He had rooms. You got to get hats on hats. You just need to give him that edge.
You know, it's very rare in high school that you got an athlete who can just run around people. Most of the time, they need blocks to.
Yeah. Well, this is 5A football. It's big boy football. So
Yeah.
it's not like Horizon came up here without athletes. We know they got it. We've already seen them. Punt. Great punt down the far sideline. Kicked it almost over the head. Ball's on the ground. It's going to be grabbed. Oh, what a chance for the SaberCats there. I thought he had it.
Well, he did.
And the football does what a football does. Oh, it bounced right out of his hands. And credit Horizon coming back to blocking the guy who's blocking the gunner who almost got it, because that was a tough ball. I can get knuckleballed coming down.
Tell you what, that's an underrated kicker. Can't remember who that is that's been kicking.
Yeah, we get to that time of night where the numbers get to be a little tough to see.
Casey Knutson, pretty sure.
Was it Casey? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I say, that ball I think was knuckling and it came down, going into a bit of a breeze coming out of that south end zone. So 1st and 10, Hawks stay in the I formation. There's going to be a steady dose of running. Although Amado Capetillo back in at quarterback now, so I don't know if they're just doing a rotation between him and Francis. That's what you talk about a lot as a coach, Randy, all your coaching experience. You're playing for this year, but, boy, whenever you can get a young guy in.
Yes.
And boy, that is tough to do at the quarterback position more than any other in the field. Hard to just rotate them in and out like a receiver or so many other positions. You need to be out there for a series or two.
Last game we had with Fossil Ridge, the backup quarterback got a few snaps and actually had a drive for a touchdown. What a throw.
Great throw by Capetillo that time. Caught downfield. That's number 6 there, Taylor Sayavong. Senior wide receiver. A lot of veterans on this offense for the Hawks.
And I would imagine we'll see Sean Mosser before the night's over. He's had quite a few sophomore and had a decent game last time we saw him.
1st and 10 now, Horizon now at their 43-yard line. Split receivers this time, tied in far side. Grabbed from the backside. Tell you what, Nathan Meyer got a whole lot of jersey, and he's waving around as part of a trophy there. Yeah, that was funny. He wasn't gonna let go, was he? Well, that's hand strength. That's that wrestling background coming in there, because he had jersey there, and you can see Steinbach doing everything he could to get away. But by the time he started turning there, the rest of the posse got to Steinbach and knocked him down. Loss of 2, so loss of 3 on the play actually. Brings up 2nd down and long. They need to get across the midfield down inside the 47-yard line for 1st down. Rolling out here near side. Blitz coming. And I tell you, the timing there was good, but that's all in front of them. Maybe gain of a yard there. Nice job by Fossil Ridge keeping everybody in front.
Well, it's a very active game, and if you watch, and I know the officials are watching, there's a lot of borderline.
Yeah, guys are wanting to get after it.
Yeah, border on both teams, not just.
Oh no, yeah, no, I agree.
They're both
competing.
hitting right up to the last possible.
There's a
minute.
lot of red-blooded young men out there, and it's a cold night, and that's the best way to warm up. That's what I'm going to say.
And that's going to be it for the first quarter. So with our score, 13-0, Horizon over the Fossil Ridge SaberCats. We're going to take a break. You're watching Stream of Sports.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
You're watching PSD High School Sports live in high definition on Stream It Sports NoCo.
We're back here now, start of the second quarter. right out of the gates, first play of the game for Horizon. Long touchdown run by Steinbach. They've kind of kept them bottled up. They got the benefit of a fumble recovery and took in a short touchdown run. They missed the PAT, so it's 13-0. But a 3rd and 10 now. Fossil finding some rhythm on defense. And Nathan Myers just been a load up front. See if he can make a play here. Contain. Captillo's up the middle, spinning around, one tackle, dives. And what a great effort getting the first down.
Yeah. And
Amado Capetillo just
broke a tackle that
just
would
slid
have been
by, didn't he?
Would have left him with 4th and 1. That pretty makeable for the way Horizon's been running the ball so far. Either way, good play by the quarterback to be able to.
Well, just a smart one too. When he saw everything's breaking down and Fossil kind of bailed out a little bit to get back. They showed kind of a rollout, and you look back underneath. If people over pursue, just a heads-up play by the senior, get back under the coverage. Fossil now back in the 52 defense, power I formation. Give Steinbach left side, he's got the edge, and a nice tackle on the outside there, Shoestringer. I think it was number 32 for the SaberCats, and that might have been a touchdown saver too.
Yeah, he just
started to get some.
Just unwrapped his shoelace, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. There's no such thing as a bad tackle downfield.
No, and not when a guy's juking you like that.
Yeah. So 2nd and about a long 4.
He's made a lot of guys miss this year, I guarantee you.
ISO right side up the middle. Steinbach downfield. I don't think he's been touched yet. Inside the 10-yard line, going further. Great job up front by the offensive line for the Hawks. I tell you, Randy, it's just
what vision he's got too.
That's just power football. I mean, he was second level before he really had to make a move. They're blocking and putting hats on hats.
Folks, that was straight up the middle.
Yeah. Well, let's tell you what, you got that power eye, not only the fullback, but you get the extra fullback there, and he's got 2 blockers in front of him, which allows your offensive lineman to basically double down. You could double team somebody like Nathan Meyer and try to neutralize him that way, and then your fullbacks go find linebackers. Offset motion near side. Steinbach carries right at the outside, strips by a couple, go forward. Going to be just short of the goal line. Down near the 1-yard line.
We'll have to talk to a coach, because if he's only got 428 yards, he must have missed some games.
I kind of wondered about that myself.
Because the way he's run, he may get 428 tonight.
Because he's going to get half of it.
Yeah, I mean, he's on the 200-yard at least.
Credit, the old Keith Jackson, the big uglies up front. Look at those tight splits. So there's no room to get between those linemen.
Good call.
Quarterback sneak, touchdown, Horizon.
And all he had to do was get on the back of one of those guys and just float on in, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what it was, too. And, like I say, you talk about those tight splits. There's just no room to get in there, so it's just a battle of leverage. Can you get underneath? And that time, Horizon, they were the lower team. It's pad level.
Well, and we've talked about Coach Ibera and just what a great coach. But, the system he runs is a system that's can be duplicated every year, and they seem to. They've lost more games this year than they typically do at 5-4. But if they can win tonight, 6-4, they're going to be right on the bubble of getting in the playoffs. And with a running back like that, you don't want to have to play them in the first round.
Exactly. Motion going for 2 here, trying to square up the score on 3 touchdown slant play, and well executed.
Defender just stopped. I don't know if he thought the receiver wasn't going to keep running, or
you call that kind of a pick play, but they ran it really well. It's just a long slant underneath. And we got some words going back and forth still.
Look at that captain out there. If you can get a shot of that Horizon guy with the crutches over there. That's one of the team captains. He's clear out on the field to congratulate his team.
Yeah, straight across. Just keep going on in there, the 40-yard line.
Number 99, we're going to give you some props, man. He went clear out on the field.
Cole Seawold.
Senior.
Yep.
And I hate seeing seniors hurt, your senior year, and I know your son.
Yeah, we got to battle that too, so it's tough.
But good job keeping a part of the team. And
well, you're still part of it. You sweated with them all year. If you miss one game or 10, you put in the time with your guys.
Well, how about an emotional roller coaster for the city of Houston?
Yeah.
going from winning the World Series last night. Congratulations to them. But then their quarterback, Deshaun Watson, tears an ACL in practice today. So, wow. Talk about dynamic young quarterback, man. He's as exciting to watch as anybody.
Kickoff taken about the 13-yard line. Nelson breaks the left side, gives a one tackle. There's got to be a face mask. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, because boy, he got grabbed around the headgear and spun around.
And credit the defender, he didn't hang on.
He let go,
but
it sure changed his direction.
Yeah. After his head twirled around.
I'm really surprised the side judge didn't throw one too. I think you got a little exhortations from the sideline.
I was going to say, we saw it from here, and
we're old.
Yeah.
Personal foul, face mask on Horizon. Move the ball out near the 40-yard line.
And you know, when you're tackling, you'll take about whatever you get a hold of, and
when you're flying by, especially on kickoffs. Yeah,
kickoffs.
Now you're flying down there with your hair on fire, trying to make a play. That's how you show up on film, and that's the. Not every team puts all their starters on kickoff, and that's a chance for young guys to go down there and make something happen, get noticed by the coaches.
Well, just like you said, you can run them down the field and get a letter, and you can tell your kids whatever you want to tell them.
Somebody picked up a hand. So 1st and 10 is going to be 1st and 15. They'll mark it back into the 34-yard line.
Knutson in the backfield now with.
Yep. Hoke there looking to be a little closer, maybe under center nose, back off of it there. I want to see a little bit more run-pass option out of this offense, Randy. We've seen it successful forward. Kind of a look there, too. He's trying to throw underneath. That was actually going to be a shovel pass. And
they've watched some film on Fossil Ridge, probably.
Bauerfeind was kind of there, and it just – right now, there's just a lack of confidence. You can kind of see it. There's some indecision going on, and they just need some plays to happen. But unfortunately, that was another loss on the play back inside the 30.
Just even a quick slant, although that linebacker might be right there, but linebacker
looking at it
drops.
right there. That one, Burdick just couldn't haul in. Spot pass would have gained about 8.
But those are the passes they've got to do because he doesn't have time to do anything else.
No. Nope, good throw that time, good release. Say timing is there. So 3rd and about 22. Need to get out near the 50-yard line. Murphy in motion. High snap. Fake the jet sweep to him. Hoke trying to go up the middle and is going to be brought down. A loss of 2 on the play.
Well, even if he wasn't brought down behind, and we got a player limping off there, but he was getting ready to run into the arms of big number 90, even if he didn't get caught from behind.
Yeah, there was Yel Chavez there was going to rope him in. He was trying to get away, but
there was. When you can get to the quarterback without using linebackers, that's a good thing in football, isn't it? Because that means the linebackers can
hang back,
and it's just darn near impossible to move the ball when that happens.
Snap, one hopper, grab though, nice kick.
Wow,
really good kick. Going to be over the head of the receiver, going to bounce around inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 20. So what a pop that time off the leg of Knutson.
And you got to give him the MVP for Fossil Ridge so far in this game.
He's flipped the field 3 times. Now they just got to back it up for him, and he stays on the field to play, obviously, as a defensive player. But 3 big kicks there, and we've seen punters make a difference on this field before, but down 21-0. That just a chance to make a play on defense now. They might need the break there where they get that pick or that fumble return. They just need that spark.
Yeah, wind's still blowing pretty hard from the south.
Yeah, it's a funny night. I mean, the tape and the uprights in the south end zone aren't moving at all. North end zone, they're standing straight out. So definitely a difference at both ends here. Steinbach motion. First time we've seen him break out of that formation. Give fullback right side. Nice stuff right up the middle. Fossil Ridge all over that. The handoff to number 40. Kyson Garcia goes nowhere. Loss of a couple. And the big guys up the middle there, Randy, I think they just stuffed that one. Nico Padilla, 65, and trying to catch some of the other guys in there, too. Eric Spain, number 61. That was just a the middle of the defense taking over on that play. So a 2nd and 12 now for the Hawks. Single back. Trips the top of your screen now. Back to throw. Screen, a little tall out there. Cats in front of it, though. Nice job out there. Breaking down. I tell you what, that's how you play it inside out there, too. Riley Jones came from his safety spot and goes up and just, doesn't let him come back in there. And his teammate, number 18, to the outside there, Austin Ritz, the other senior, they kept him in front of him, make it 3rd and 7.
I want to highlight the hands on number 6, though. That was a tremendous catch.
Yeah,
that ball
was up there.
over his head. Taylor, I'll say it,
Sayabong. That's right.
There you go.
That's one of my name teams this year, I think. Roll out right side coming now. Trying to find the stop pattern. There's a pick play, and they got it too. They're going to call the holding back here, but long pass play coming across there. It was well-designed play because as he sat down there, Dadrian Paris just started sliding in there. Then as the outside receiver, and then the inside receiver came running right off of him, and he was left all alone. It's going to be there's going to be a holding call back in the backfield, about the 18-yard line where the referee left his flag. So that'd be a spot foul. Move them back inside probably the 10-yard line.
Well, what happened is as he started to roll out, there was some holding on the backside. And got a couple of guys.
Well, Fossils, the defensive line started to play pretty well. They're getting pressure. They're moving through it.
And both guys have made the tackle over there, which was, full speed tackle. Got a little shook up.
Yeah, Knutson and Novak both off on their own power, but pretty good pop.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to get up slow.
Yeah. Well, you take your time. There's no reason to get off the field quickly here. Long 3rd down play coming. Officials doing the right thing. Just let the guys make their way. Poudre School District is fortunate always to have great medical care here for anybody in attendance, anybody on the field, and you have to just figure out that sometimes it's a collision game and not a contact game, a collision game, and things happen. But that's what your conditioning, your coaching, everything kind of comes back around there, and with the OCR representatives we always want to thank them for what they do here on French Field for all sports. So big 3rd down play here now. Boy, if they could pin him down here, Randy, 6:38 left to play. Good field position could be had.
Or a defensive interception or fumble or something.
You want to see that big play happen. Somebody's got to make that mark. Capatia back straight down the middle. And throw hits him right in the numbers. Just a great – I like the call. It was just a quick throw. No hesitation there, was there?
No, and good tackle, but he almost got over him. And
Sayavong again.
He didn't wrap up. He hit him, but he didn't wrap up.
And spun away from it, brings up 4th and a couple.
And certainly they're going to –
Jimmy Carson going back deep now.
Again, if you hang around at halftime, we're going to have Matt Johansson, the basketball coach for Fossil Ridge, and give us a little bit of a –
they almost got to that. Nice job by Carson to come up and fair catch that, too. You see the wind just beating that down. That didn't go anywhere, and they were really close to that ball, weren't they?
Yeah, and you talk about that a lot. If he lets that go, it could have been back to 30, maybe the 25. So sometimes it's not the return, it's the
catch.
It's the catch to avoid 15 yards going backwards, So it takes a lot of guts to catch
yes, it
punts,
does. That's a very lonely place to be, and that's a want-to thing. You don't ask your volunteers to go out and play and be the return man on punts because generally you're by yourself. And if you make a mistake out there, everybody knows it was just you. But then that's why you applaud the good plays like that. I mean, Carson came up and made a great catch on that. Ball, 1st and 10, 44-yard line. Hook right down the middle. See Simpson. He's just barreling forward and just take on that safety. And it's a nice tackle. It's a nice tackle, and I like that. Got it out of his hands quickly.
He did, and, they just fell asleep. Kevin Simpson's running wild out in the middle of the field.
Well, the linebackers keep coming straight forward. That's what we're talking about. There's that gap there. There's that void. And credit Hoke that time and the OC. They probably talked to him inside. Listen, get this ball out of your hands. There's a play that we can make. Straight forward again, looks around. He's going to have to run his life and fire it short. Wow, what an athletic play there. Tell you, number 32 for Horizon, Kobe Small. He got a finger on that, and he knew he had to get under that pass. He knew there was an out pattern out there. He has to get underneath it. That's what you tell your linebackers to do. You're not going to go backwards to it. You have to cut that off, and just got a finger on it because Hoke had him on a nice little comeback pattern down here on the near side. Twins both sides of the field, still pistol formation. Meyer gives straight up the middle. He's got room to run. Finding bodies to hit. That's a hammer looking for a nail.
Yeah,
isn't it?
he's. I think he's disappointed there wasn't more people in front of him.
That's all. But a great run straight up the middle, gain of about 9. Make it 8.
Kind of reminds you of Gronk out there running the ball up the field, huh?
Yeah, well, like I said, there wasn't anything pretty about that at all. That was a straight give, and nice credit to the guys up front. Gave him a lane, and he took it and just straight power football. Cool, so forward progress here. The most we've seen tonight out of the offense. You got to eliminate the negative plays right away. Ball's tipped, and it almost landed on the defender who was down on the ground trying to get back to Simpson in the middle. Ball tipped at the line of scrimmage.
4th and 2, and 3rd down and 2 going for a.
Well, you're down 21-0. 4.5 minutes left in the half. I think it's.
But he threw into triple coverage. That's what I was.
Oh yeah. So 2 tight ends, slot to the right side tight. Looks like they're just almost trying to make a draw on there, make a jump off sides, but. Credit Horizon, they didn't take the cheese. Snap. Meyer, though, they blitzed right into it. They had 8 coming and 6 blocking, and now we've got a flag after the play. So he's tackled and for a loss of 5 or 6 yards, and then the flag comes in. The referees will take care of this game. They will take control. If there's a little bit too much chirping going on.
Well, if you're Horizon, you go in and, you tackle whoever.
Yeah. And it's going to be a personal foul on Horizon. So they got like I say, it was after the play, so they're going to get the ball. 4:35 left here in the half. They get the ball on the chain on the downs. Fossil obviously didn't convert to 4th down, but the spot will be moved back 15 yards, 1st down, Horizon.
And folks, that was a tremendous defensive play. I mean,
they come flying through.
They say, we're going to hit the quarterback and the running back, and we'll ask questions later.
Yeah, we'll tackle everybody. Well, and that's one of the drawbacks of that. Well, they got nobody on the outside over there. The cornerback come running up on the play late. Steinbeck does go to the outside, goes to the left side, bursts downfield, still on his feet at the 40, falls down about the 43-yard line. They had a I think it's probably from the guys that were still dinged and not back on there. And one of the Fossil players went running out there trying to make his way to the far side of the field. Nobody widened out. There obviously didn't know he was missing. And Steinbach, unfortunately for Fossil, the play went to the left, of course, and without support out there, gain of about 25.
Steinbach probably well into 150 territory right now.
I think, you're right. 1st and 10 now, ball 41-yard line. Break the fullback out in motion. Right side give, spun away for a couple tacklers, though. A nice solid grab there. Nathan Meyer takes him down.
68 was trying to pull him forward.
And now we got flags coming everywhere. Somebody at the end. Nice tackle by Nathan Meyer there. A solid shot on a really good running back and had him down, just gain of a couple. And this game is slowing to a crawl because of all the penalties. This is the 3rd or 4th personal foul in the first half.
Normal play. I'm not quite sure.
It was after the play. I think the officials they're telling everybody, it's like, you know what, you're going to be flagged, and we're doing it. And they're just trying to decide on how they're going to do it. If it's 2 players, I think, or just 1. But you get 2 personal fouls. First one's on Fossil Ridge, and it's the only one. If you get 2 personal fouls in the game, you're out. You're done.
I think I know who that is on, but I will not say.
Doesn't matter up here.
Yeah, you don't. Horizon's going to get their yards. So you don't want to give them 15 more.
You can't help them. You got to keep your composure. So 1st and 10 now, ball across midfield. Clock's winding. Power I formation, straight ISO give right side. Once again, out downfield, moving along. Solid tackle. Gain on that time carry by number 16, Derek Kaufman, junior running back. And,
he looked just like the other guy, didn't he?
I thought it was Steinbach still in there. Great burst and cut through the line and gets downfield. And when you can operate out 2nd down of less than 5 to go, Randy, your offense is doing good things, and they've had that most of the night so far. Second and short, ISO right side again. Surge forward, just falling behind the wave
some
in front
carries
of him.
here.
Yeah, getting inside the 30-yard line down 28. That's more than enough to move the chains. The bad news is then he looks good doing it. He goes back out, and then Noah Steinbach comes back in. He said, "Thanks, kid, for wearing him down, and I'll take it from here."
Yeah, give me a couple carries now. Kind of finish this half off.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 28-yard line. Going in. Late here in the first half, 2:40 to play. Straight give left side. Steinbach tries to get outside. Nice job of setting the edge. And just a good job down the far side.
And the thing that happened, Steinbach came out first play and took the crowd out of the game.
Yeah.
Took
they really are. Yeah,
took the air out of the entire stadium.
Yeah, the whole west side is sitting on their hands, and the band left a while ago to prepare for their.
Yeah. So
it's kind of a secondary thing. The game for the band, that's their thing. But there's just, I said, there's no pizzazz happening over here at all right now. Unfortunately, give right side, bounces. Oh, that's a good job of just getting back to the legs and moving. Nathan Meyer ragdolls him. That's a strong young man right there.
Yeah.
But the first player to get to him to really take his legs away, the other captain, Bauerfein, number 46, they combine on that tackle. 3rd and 7 now. And it is. It's one of those games where, if you Fossil right now, you need to get a stop. You don't want to give another touchdown before half. You don't want to get in danger of having a running clock in the 3rd quarter. So a timeout is going to be taken, though, by Horizon. They're going to try to figure out what to do on this 3rd and 7. We'll be back. You're watching Stream It Sports.
This life, it isn't for everyone. It's not for the modest, the cautious, the faint of heart. It's for the dauntless, the determined. This life, it isn't just a craft or another career. It's a calling.
Right now, get 0% APR for 60 months on a new 2017 Toyota Tundra, or get $1,750 cash back.
Toyota, let's go places.
You're watching PSD High School Sports live in high definition on Stream It Sports NoCo.
After the timeout, 3rd down, Horizon. Short time left here, minute 28 left in the half. 2 tight end formations, no single tight end, top of your screen. Capetillo back to throw, throws the out pattern out here in the flat. Great call, great first down play. Sayavong again on the catch.
good hands, boy.
And you get a chance to, they're running the ball so well, just really well, and all of a sudden, the defensive backs know they got a guy out there and just that flood play, run them off and throw that little short pattern. Got the first down. So first down now, ball inside the 15-yard line, nearing it right on the left hash. Clear night here, cold one, but the breeze has kind of been back and forth on us. The flag's still though in the north end zone. I think it's just a kind of a cutting breeze, Randy, kind of coming across the stadium, more southeasterly. Give, fake, roll out the right side. Capetillo looks downfield. Nowhere to run, stringing him out nicely, and a great job by Bauerfein there, just running him down and making the tackle. I don't know if he gained a yard. Maybe that's it. But Bauerfein showing a great angle on the play for the linebacker and some speed on a fast quarterback. And good credit downfield, too. Good coverage. No one open. So second down, and he did stay in bounds, so 51 seconds to play. Horizon doing a nice job of just taking care of the clock.
Pretty fast first half.
Yeah, despite all the penalties we had to go, it really has when you're running the ball that well. Looking for the slant pattern. Throws the out. Oh, I thought there was a chance. That ball stayed in the air a long time. Long time. And it was... You got to do the math on these folks. And I think they did call a penalty. Yeah, it was, a fumble. They did get to him. So, strip the ball on the catch.
It looked funny all the way, didn't it?
It was on the right hash. You roll out right, and you throw back, and makes about a 35-yard pass, and it was up in the air a while. But credit the defender on the far side over there. That's usually been tonight, Austin Ritz and Riley Jones. So, good chance one of them stripped him and gets the ball back to Sabercats. Not only stops him from scoring right before half, gives that defense a little something to ride into halftime on here, and maybe you just get a little bit of lightning in a bottle with 28 seconds left. You take a shot, a couple of them here, and see what you get.
Well, one thing Fossil has been good at this year is big plays. Where they've struggled is driving the ball down the field.
Hook back, full protection in there, throws a quick out pattern, and right off the hands. Now, that's just the kids are trying. Sometimes it just doesn't happen. Murphy just kind of sat down on the route there, but actually we had a holding call in the backfield. It wouldn't have mattered, but end characteristics. So the flag is on the 11-yard line. Maybe they're bringing it up a little bit, but
I don't know. I might take a knee here rather than.
Yeah, because now you're going to be inside your 10-yard line, back about the 8-yard line. 22 seconds left to play. So you cannot have anything go bad here.
No, you can't fumble. You can't get a sack. You can't. Right here, I'd hit Simpson on a slant right.
Well, that was they came right after him. Meyer
Again,
got tackled
what
away.
What did I say last time? They come in, there's two people to tackle.
Man, they're getting them both.
And they get them both.
That's the critique of the when you're having a hard time holding the line and they're bringing four, as we said, they're just they can't hold them out. But if you're looking at that as a timing.
That's the end of the half. So
and,
not sure if they knew that or.
Getting it done. So getting out here at halftime, go back to the locker room and regroup. Great half by Horizon. They're up 21-0. Fossil Ridge, though, will be out here the third quarter. Senior night, come back and watch the rest of this game here at French Field. You're watching Stream It Sports.
This life, it isn't for everyone. It's not for the modest, the cautious, the faint of heart. It's for the dauntless, the determined. This life, it isn't just a craft or another career. It's a calling.
Right now, get 0% APR for 60 months on a new 2017 Toyota Tundra, or get $1,750 cash back.
Toyota, let's go places.
Great news! We broke our all-time sales record, and it's all thanks to my nephew, Skylar.
Bro, it's Sky.
After my brother made me hire Sky, I switched us to First Bank to make up for him. Now business is better than ever.
No matter the reason, switching to First Bank can help your business grow.
After playing the game for many years, and I decided I could either watch from the couch or get on the field and become part of the game.
I became a judge because it was a natural transition from being a gymnast to coach, now judge.
I love the large crowds, the excitement of the game, and you know what? I got the best seat in the house.
Help these kids. Help this community. Become an official.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
So we're here with Matt Johansson. I told you I was going to have him at halftime, and our annual preview of Fossil Ridge basketball. And I think your practices start, what, November 10th? Or
November 10th is our first official day.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's coming up quick.
Another year.
Yeah, here we go.
All your summer stuff and all your – boy, I miss that stuff, you know.
Summer is a excuse me. Summer's a fun time. You know, you get to know your kids, and they get to know each other, and you know we're replacing a lot. So you know, guys are learning some new roles, and
you got some youngsters too that are pretty good, don't you?
Yeah. We got you know, we like we always do. We're excited about our group, but yeah, this year. You know, just the influx of talent that we have, I'm excited about. So it's gonna be a fun year.
And this is probably, and correct me if I'm wrong, might be one of the more level as far as the 4 teams in Fort Collins. Balanced of the 4 teams.
I would agree with that. I know
in a long time, really.
I know that every school has some quality players.
Oh yeah.
And you know, it's going to be a dogfight this year. You know, in the conference, and not only the conference but the city as well. So there's going to be no off nights, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know. I heard that. You know, kids move because of their parents, but I heard at Rocky Mountain, Xavier Johnson moved down to Pueblo because his dad took a coaching job or something like that. Which was Springs, I mean.
Yep, Springs.
And so that's a big hit for Rocky Mountain. I mean, he was their leading scorer, but
talented player. But you know, I have a feeling that you know, the rest of their kids are going to see it as an opportunity, and you know, Brian's going to have them playing really well. I think he does a great job, so they'll be competitive, and like I said, it's going to be no easy ones, that's for sure.
And first year in a lot of years, we've got a new coach at Fort Collins High School, which is where you coached for a few years too. And did you get your start there? Or is that?
Yeah, I actually graduated from there.
Yeah, wow.
And you know, I was an assistant coach there for 8 years, and then the head coach for 4, and before moving over to Fossil Ridge. And I know the coach that they hired, Jeff Schmidt. I formed a friendship with him. He came from Fresno, and outstanding person. Very good coach, but I think he's a better person. And I know that that program is going to be in very good hands. You know, they lost a good one with Monty.
Yeah.
You know, Monty and I had our battles over the last 20-plus years, you know. But
that was some of the best TV we've had, man, is those Fossil Ridge Fort Collins games. And
I'm going to miss Monty a lot.
For years.
You know, he's going to stay around, and we'll keep interacting. But it's going to be a little bit different for me personally this year because, you know, we would beat each other's brains in, you know, one year and then the other. And even back to the days when he was a JV coach at Rocky and I was a JV coach at Collins, you know. So,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we both started
There's a long
at the same
history,
time.
huh?
Yeah, so.
That's amazing. I just remember, man, they would slow those when Fossil Ridge had the high scoring teams. They would slow those games down, and they just, you know, they would just, and they'd make sure it was a game in the 40s, huh?
Hey, you know, there's 100 different ways to play a game, and I tell you what, Monty could figure out how to play a game. That's for sure.
My gosh, he did that. So the conference. Pretty even this year, isn't it? You got some players on every team.
It is. You know, I think that you know, Boulder. Excuse me. Boulder will be pretty good again. Pooter, watch out for Pooter. Pooter's going to be really, really talented, and I think
they've got a great class junior in all sports.
Yeah.
You know, their junior and sophomore classes, and McFadden being healthy this year. You know, that was a huge hit to them last year. Is not having him in there.
But you know, watch out for them basketball-wise. You know, they're going to be very competitive. I saw they did some really good things over the summer, and they play in our fall league. And he did. Jeff Brubaker, you know, just does a great job. You know, he's got them playing really well. So I know they're going to be great this year. So you know, I think that you know, it's.
Of course,
the
Fairview's always
pretty wide open.
The Boulder you know.
Yep.
Fairview. We don't need to say anything else.
Well, Fairview, yeah, they'll be competitive. You know, you look at some of the other schools around the, you know, Broomfield might be the best team in the conference.
Always tough, aren't they?
They've got a heck of a group that's playing together really well. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting, that's for sure.
And you've got some interesting and new non-conference games. I saw you've got Golden coming to the Fossil Ridge Gymnasium this year, which is going to be our first game on Stream It Sports.
Golden is led by a young man named Adam Thistlewood. He's about a 6'5", 6'6" guard. He can play point guard. He can play off guard.
And we've been hearing a little bit about him.
He's getting some pretty big-time looks, and he's a handful. You know, and we played him last year, and he's good. You know, he does everything very well. And he's a team-first guy, and you know that shows in who's recruiting him and who's in the gym watching him. So that we're gonna have our hands full with that one for sure. Our tournament that we start off with has got some pretty big talent in it as well. You know, Denver East, Denver South, Montbello. Well, far northeast. Sorry.
Yeah.
Old habits die hard there, right?
Yeah. You say Montbello, only one game comes to mind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I forget what year, but it's the year that you all came back from 16 down or something like that. Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who's playing professionally now.
Oh, yeah.
And doing really well. So.
Yeah.
No,
that's all I think about when I hear Montbello, though.
Yeah. But, you know, we got them, and Vista Ridge is really good. They come up from the Springs area. We got Pooter, Rocky, and ourselves in there. So it's a really good tournament, and hopefully people will come out and support us in that.
And another interesting game that I'd love to see is you got a boys-girls doubleheader with Highlands Ranch coming to town, too.
Yeah, we did that last year down at their place, and, you know, Highlands Ranch always has one of the best girls programs in the state. And Fossil Ridge girls are going to be fantastic this year. Chad's I can't say enough about what Chad's doing, and Coach Sauls is, you know, we spent a lot of time together, and I know him as a person and as a coach, and he gets it. And you can tell by the way his teams play, and this year is going to be no exception. He's going to do great things.
Yeah, they're always good TV for us, you know, because they're competitive and they play hard, and they've got the Steffi girl who's now a junior, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, she's a junior now, so she will be one of the top players in the state most likely, and some other players as well. So it's been a good year for Fossil Ridge, you know, competitive so far, you know, notwithstanding football, but on the rest of the sports. Softball played for the championship, and you know, swimming is always, you know, very, very good. Soccer is typically pretty good and stuff. So,
and you know, I know football is, you know, you look at their record and it looks like they're struggling, and you know they're probably not having as much success as they want. But you know, I got to tip the cap to you know, the coaching staff and the kids for, you know, keeping with it, keep battling. You know, there are plenty of lessons to be learned, you know, with where you're at as well, and you know they've kept that in perspective, and you know, hopefully and I know losing is never fun. I get it.
No.
But those kids are out there working their tails off. They're in the meetings, watching film. They're in the weight room. You know, all that while they're maintaining their grades, and you know,
that's really what it's all about.
Got to shout out to them, and you know, all of the athletes. You know, the boys teams, the girls teams. You know, all of them are. You know, it's just a great opportunity to learn.
It is.
I'm proud to be a part of it.
Yeah. Well, you've been a big part, as you know, of our life with my son, and so it's been a pleasure to do that. Well, anyway, that's Matt Johansson. Thank you so much for your time, and
appreciate you having me.
And just you know, it's that time of year. It's basketball comes around, and Man, I can't get enough of the Denver Nuggets, and
Let's
watching
get
the team playing, and it's like, come on, let's. MU's got this Michael Porter dude. They might even actually win a game this year.
Who? I thought you were KU is what we were talking about.
No. They got a good player too.
Yeah,
I saw him the other night.
They always do. No, but I hope to see you guys at some games.
Yeah.
And,
we're gonna.
It's gonna be a fun year. It's always good when the snow starts flying.
Yeah.
Because it's time to move inside and play some hoops.
So anyway, that's Matt Johansson, and again had the band on there so you could see that. But this is our traditional last game, and I always like to talk to Matt just to get a perspective. Matt is the czar of basketball coaches in Fort Collins now, and
I don't know
has a good perspective.
Does czar mean old?
Well, we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
So anyway, but he has a good perspective on all things sports, and Fort Collins has done a great job with the basketball program there. And we always talk about, when you do public schools, you get who you get, and you got to coach who you get. The private schools is different. And so
yes,
you don't really have a recruiting staff at Fossil Ridge. And so, you get who you get from year to year, and you got to coach them up and look, and you got to, run a program for the people you have. And if you don't have those skills, you do something different, and that's how it goes with that, right?
Amen. Couldn't have said it better.
Anyway, that's Matt Johansson. We'll be back with the play-by-play for the second half after these messages. You're watching Streaming Sports.
This life, it isn't for everyone. It's not for the modest, the cautious, the faint of heart. It's for the dauntless, the determined. This life, it isn't just a craft or another career. It's a calling.
Right now, get 0% APR for 60 months on a new 2017 Toyota Tundra, or get $1,750 cash back.
Toyota, let's go places.
Great news! We broke our all-time sales record, and it's all thanks to my nephew, Skylar.
Bro, it's Sky.
After my brother made me hire Sky, I switched us to First Bank to make up for him. Now business is better than ever.
No matter the reason, switching to First Bank can help your business grow.
After playing the game for many years, and I decided I could either watch from the couch or get on the field and become part of the game.
I became a judge because it was a natural transition from being a gymnast to coach, now judge.
I love the large crowds, the excitement of the game, and you know what? I got the best seat in the house.
Help these kids. Help this community. Become an official.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
here now, ready to start the second half. Fossil Ridge will be kicking off to Horizon, kicking out of the north end zone. David Haase here along with Randy McCoy, Brian Roxbury on camera. Thanks for tuning in to Stream It Sports senior night here for the Fossil Ridge SaberCats. Tough first half, Randy. Things back and forth. Just didn't work on offense. It's a big plays credit Horizon's defense, but a new half here, trailing 21-0, and a chance to make some plays early. Kick taken to the 5-yard line, heading downfield, getting up the edge, and a long throw coming in there. He's out in the open. Going to be grabbed by Murphy, tackled on there, but the holding call at about the 40-yard line will bring that back. Boy, where that was thrown to was a long ways away from the actual ball, which so often happens in special teams, Randy. That's one of those things where you just say, okay, somebody make a play and where it matters, but not there. So Horizon, they will start 1st and 10, not near midfield and past midfield. Official marking it off now, stepping it back. Get inside the 30-yard line, down about the 27. Ball placed right in the middle. What a first half for Steinbach, the running back for the Hawks. Moments there were first play of the game, but kind of took the wind out of everybody's sails here, but they had their chances, and Fossil Ridge defense, though, started to stand a little stouter. Only one real drive after that, the short field after the turnover, but other than that, the defense played pretty well in the second quarter. Power I formation again, near receiver split. ISO right side, Steinbach right up the middle, touched, and first play of the second half will be like the first play of the first half and be a 64-yarder, 63-yarder, 73-yarder, touchdown. And trying to just, I think it was one of those plays where the defense gambled, tried to come in and fill a spot, and he broke through and untouched. Full length of the field. No doubt that Horizon is starting to peak at the right time here, taking this game towards the playoffs. Kicker in now to try the extra point. Madrid. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. So after 25 seconds of play here in the third quarter, another lightning bolt touchdown by Steinbach, Noah Steinbach, the running back, who is probably close to 200 yards here in the night, just flashing. Credit to the big guys in front of him, though, too. There, he's had a lot of runs where he's been completely just wide open holes. Breeze has kind of settled down a little bit. The flag isn't straight out in the south end zone. Talked to some guys on the chain gang. We don't give those guys enough credit up here. We're kind of cozy up here, but the guys in the chain gang, most people don't realize that that's some volunteerism at its best right there. They're down there, and we saw them grabbing a little bit some bites to eat at the halftime. And they make their way back out there right away, knowing they've got a limited amount of time. So the kickoff now. Drive about 10-yard line or so is going to be taken by Riley Jones. Breaks one tackle up the middle, spins off a couple out near the 30-yard line. Still working forward. And taking themselves downfield. So the SaberCat offense had some moments there in the second quarter. Started to, you got to eliminate the negative plays, as we talked about, Randy. You can't have that 2nd and 15, or then they had a couple 2nd and 20s, and hopefully that they clean that up at halftime as the coach's speak goes.
How impressive is Noah Steinbach, though?
Yeah, well, I'd say he's got to be near 200 yards. High snap, Hoke fakes, rolls his right. He's got a lot of people in his face, just fires it, gets it out. It's going to be caught, but it's going to be caught for probably a loss.
It might be a roughing the passer right there, or a hold.
Referee is going to let us know. I don't know who's around there, because he turned and tried to run.
Yeah, I didn't see very many people there, so...
Yeah, personal foul, as you said, roughing the passer. So that will be an automatic first down. They'll move it from the line of scrimmage, just not the spot foul. And one thing Hoke did there too, I say the high snap kind of, you tell that it's just a little bit of a timing issue there when you have to take that moment or gather yourself after that. Rolled out, fired it out to Simpson, but Simpson did a good job of coming back to him, knowing he's under pressure, but no gain. But the penalty does bring him out to the 40-yard line. Take the breaks as you can get them. Whatever gives them that forward motion, get some things going downfield here. Murphy. High snap, well over the head. He's going to have to chase it back near the 20-yard line. Just fall on it. Doesn't get to it. Ball's bouncing around. Missed it. And Horizon's going to get on the ball at the 13-yard line.
Yeah, and you got to fall on it. You can't try to pick that up.
Yeah, well, I think he was trying to get down to it. But a football, as we have seen so many times in so many games over the years, ball can just get away from you. And that was over the head. Try to get back, make the play, but there's only one player that knows it, and several defensive guys are already on the run.
I would expect to see Sean Mosser the second half, the sophomore quarterback, get some time in.
Well, like I said, if now the game starts to kind of get away from you a little bit here. I mean, it's 11:01, and you might have to worry about whether or not you're going to be down 35-0 here within seconds, and it's tough on the kids. It's a tough place for coaches and for all you parents, for all you participated in any sport. Everybody's been in a backside kicking. I don't know, and if they say they haven't, they're lying or they never played. Because
Randy T said he hadn't. Because we had one of those when Randy T was here, and
I'm calling him on that one. Yeah, I don't know how that happens, and you get a chance to make yourself. Like I say, you're going to call it character. You whatever it is. You just got to hold your head high and keep putting the effort out you expect out of yourself. Fullback give up the middle, dances around. Nice job of getting up front. Bauer finds, and then Meyer comes and cleans him up. Flag at the end there. I would assume that's going to be a holding
or a late hit, but they didn't. They didn't blow the whistle.
No, he was still struggling.
And we've seen that all year.
Face mask.
Oh, face mask. Okay.
And just an incidental one, 5-yarder. What turned into about a 2-yard loss.
And I liked what Matt Johansson said about the football team, even though their record, everybody's still engaged, everybody's still working hard, and so that's a credit to the coaching staff. It's good to have Matt on and just talk about all things.
Well, as one season winds down, we've got all the fall sports winding down here in the area. We've got 3 volleyball teams hosting. Fossil Ridge, defending state champions. Rocky Mountain and Collins all hosting this weekend, starting tomorrow and Saturday. Give Steinbach straight up the middle, steps one tackler, slides in, stutter steps, and goes into the end zone.
Wow. I'll tell you what, folks. We've seen a lot of running backs up here. This is about as impressive of a running back game that we've seen.
Well, and he's got that ability. Goes in and he gets hit, but he's shown balance on several plays. That's next level stuff.
He's well over 200 yards.
Well, he had about 140 on 2 of them.
Yeah.
That one, just missed it. I think it got in there and didn't quite get over to it. I think that was number 18, Ritz. He's been really close several times on PAT's field goal types.
And as I look down there, the Sabercat head, as you look down below is deflated.
Yeah, it's time to
pack it in, huh?
Put that one away for the season.
For another year. And
that's the one thing about it. You start lacing up. There's kids playing now. They're going to be back next year. Seniors that want to play out just because this is their last chance. You go back and you remember the game that you played, and sometimes it doesn't have to be the scores. It's going to be more the camaraderie and the effort you put forward, the big play you had with another. These guys, they've been playing against the Horizon. They play these teams for years. All of a sudden, they start knowing who they are.
And the majority of these, there'll be hardly anybody on this field that will play next level. That these will be their last football games of their life. There may be a handful, but
getting the chance to do it at this level is a plus in itself. So kickoff, driven far side. Jones back, takes about the 7-yard line. Looks for a pass straight up the middle. Spins out of one tackle. Is going to be nailed inside the 20-yard line, though. Great downfield coverage by Horizon. Boy, they're Horizon, and they're feeding out. They're playing downhill and everything. Their motions are up. They're wanting to go after it, and it's the old thing about like poker. winners smile and get all happy, losers say deal. And Fossil Ridge right now just has to get back out there and start making. They want to win a quarter. They want to win a drive. You got to do the little things that's going to get you back in that game mentally. And it's just play by play.
And Fossil Ridge at the brink here of having a running clock if they're not able to hang on to the ball. And
yeah. So Meyer set up behind Hoke. Now sets to his left. Twins here to the near side. Snap, fake. Wasn't much of a fake. There was nobody reading the fake there, as you talked about before. When you're and the ball's on the ground. And it's going to be Horizon's ball. There was just Hoke when he took off there. The mesh, there really wasn't a mesh fake there at all. And you talk about not being familiar in the backfield, and he stuck the ball. It was obvious he's going to keep it. He got loaded up on,
and the defender just took the ball out of his hands. Kind of like what the Chiefs did to Jamal Charles last week. So
yeah. 9:31 left here in the third. And another short field. This will be the third time that
football's pretty easy when you get the ball on the 10 to 15-yard line.
Got that short porch right in front of you under the 20-yard line on in. It just depends on how they want to do it. Reverse gets the outside. Sayavong's trying to get away from people, holding way back in the backfield. Ball gets on the ground. Fossil Ridge says they've got it. And the break made by the defense, that holding penalty that was called by the official out there, they can wave that off. Looks like Riley Jones getting off the bottom of the pile. And he and Carson, like I say, win a play, win 2 or 3 plays in a row, win a drive. And right away there, the defense that's about the most trickery we've seen out of Horizon tonight. And they weren't biting, were they?
Yeah, Horizon had two turnovers right now, so second fumble. Had one there at the end of the first half, and then so Fossil Ridge's defense is, anytime you give up 35 points, but still, they've had some plays.
And they've been on the field a lot too.
Yeah, short fields.
Consistency on both sides of the ball has certainly been the issue this year, and that's just kind of what happens. Bringing everybody here back to throw. Hoke fires over the middle, hits Simpson. He's just cruising right down the middle of the field between the hash marks, goes down after about a 20-yard gain.
Boy, he gets open, doesn't he?
Well, and it's that delay because they brought up another line. One of the linebackers went into a down line spot, and Hoke, he knew the alley he had to throw it. He knew the route he's coming there, and he fired just a dart. Hit Simpson right in the numbers, and he just took off. Because when Horizon brings up that extra linebacker, you can't cover the whole middle with nobody. Fake the toss left to Meyer. Hook throws the out to Simpson this time, bounces off him, collects it back in, and gains about 9, maybe 10 yards.
And he had a blocking in the back or something.
Now we got the referee threw his flag at the end there, too. That didn't take that long enough to have much going on.
Holding. Yeah, that was kind of right out in the open there. You could kind of pick your call on that one.
Hiding it is almost impossible.
Well, he tried to get, I thought it was more of a block in the back, but you say potato, I say potato.
Either way, unfortunately, it's a spot foul deep in the backfield, and it's such a tough thing. Once again, if you're in the pistol or shotgun formation, your quarterback's already deeper there, instead of where you see a center under ball and a two-step throw kind of deal, and that's just one of the things that can happen. You've got to hold them out a little longer if you're going to make that throw. Twins both sides of the field now, first down and about 30. Hoke dances to the right, fires the out pattern, just gets rid of it. Nice catch in the sidelines by one of the assistants. Good play by Hoke. He had nothing to get there, and somebody had a tone lock on him. He just needed to get away.
Well, and one of Fossil's big problems the whole year is just their lack of a running game, and you can't. It's hard to pass if you can't run. I know that sounds strange, but you've got to have the defense guessing, and there's no guessing with them. They know they're going to be.
They're bringing 6 right now, and Hoke's just got to get rid of it. Hits the middle screen, though, straight up the middle. Meyer running loose, looking for bodies to punish out near the 45-yard line. So on second down, they get about 20 yards back, And tell you, Tanner Hoke that time, great call, too, by the OC for the SaberCats there, because now the Horizon is just they're trying to make things happen. One, I think they'd like to get to a running clock. They lead 35-0, and they brought both linebackers. No, there's nobody in the middle whatsoever. So the great play call recognizes their tendencies. If you see the linebackers Horizon again stepping up into the edge, and that's what they've done to disrupt it. It's been very successful, obviously, tonight. You're bringing more on one side than you got blockers. Snap, Hoke looks to his left, starts the room, got room out there, fires away, and kind of quick on that one there. A little sidearm, didn't flip his feet, and the ball went to the ground. Yeah, there's a lot of room he had there that time.
Fortunate I think that wasn't picked off because.
Well, yeah, the ball. Like I say, the ball's down. I think he's trying to fit that in a narrow spot and thought the receiver was going to go down, but he had so much room out in front of him, he could have forced the play a little longer. It's one of the few moments he's actually had to. He's out open in the open field. Nice play fake, and they drop back, so he had no pressure. Snap again now. Steps up, fires the long out here, hits Tilley. No, it's not Tilley, but he's going down, and then here comes the flag by the umpire and by the referee.
Yeah, that's.
And actually, what Tilley? I got that wrong. That was actually, it was Niles Tilley. Yeah. Nice catch, a great throw
that
too.
Would be a target. Well, back here's holding probably.
Yeah, we got a pair of them. Was there a foul down here on the receiving end too?
Yeah. Heck, I don't know what hits a foul and what's not. So
I just didn't see a flag by the side.
They call
the side judge. So.
Yeah. Well, what happened is one guy stood him up and the other guy came and.
Well, he had the head down when he came in on the tackle. I did see that.
So I mean. Again, I don't know.
We're going to get it all sorted out here in a second. The referee's going to pick up all the laundry on the field. A lot of flags tonight.
Yeah, well, I have some sore arms.
So you see the march off the personal foul. Automatic first down. By far the furthest penetration tonight by the SaberCats. So the other foul must have been also on Horizon. So the ball now marked at 27-yard line. Chance here now to really get some redemption. You give yourself that moment for the night. Let's go out and let's win 2 or 3 plays right now. If you're Fossil Ridge, get that ball in the end zone. Snap, Hook, blitz is coming. Another hold penalty, and it was coming right up the middle.
What I don't want to see right here is a quick out because he has, you just don't want to see that. We'll see something down over the middle.
Guys up front are trying, but they're just grabbing, and that one was an easy call there too. And it's going to be in the backfield again, and
so they gave half that back.
So the penalty of 10 yards marked off back to the 39-yard line. Need to get to the 17 for the yard to gain. Trips the top of your screen. Hoke looks that way. Late blitz coming straight up the middle. Pass complete down the middle. Good throw. Gain of about 15. Takes inside the 24-yard line nearly. Great pattern run out there.
It's Burdick.
Yeah, Tristan Burdick,
got five
junior.
After the hit.
No. Well, like I say, they're still competing. There's no doubt about that. Brings up a very manageable 2nd and 8 compared to where they're at. Need to play a clean series all the rest of the way out. Don't stop yourselves. Give Meyer straight up the middle. He's got room to run though, and he's carrying some Hawks with him, isn't he? Guys got after him. But I like that call, Randy. You've got to keep them honest. They're running straight up field and gained about 3 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 5. Certainly 4 down territory, as you'd imagine. Need to get to the 17 for first down. Snap, fired right away. Tackled very close. I think the Ford Proctor's Murphy there is going to be very close to the sticks.
Wow.
Wasn't the kind of spot we've seen all night.
Yeah, that.
They get a little better view than we do, but 4th and short. Let's see if they're coming through here. Yeah, they've got 6 on the line, bring them straight through. And we're going to have a timeout call. I think that's a good idea. Timeout call by Fossil Ridge. So their chance, Randy, closest chance to score tonight. We're watching the last drive here, maybe of the touchdown chances, but I want to get that one done. Come back here after the timeout. Thanks for watching Stream It Sports.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
So we're back here. Horizon ahead 35-0. 4th down and 1.
We always try to be pretty impartial, but I'm really cheering for Fossil Ridge right here to get the first down. Kids have been fighting hard, and like I say, in a game where you're just not playing clean against a pretty good opponent, makes it so tough. And I like the two-back set here. Meyer, Knutson back next to Hope. Actually, it's direct snap. Knutson, 32, took the snap and took it straight up field. Excellent call by Coach Bigelow and the staff on the side there. Gain of about 6 inside the 15-yard line. I'd stick with it. And they are. Bauerfeind and Meyer. Knutson right in the middle. Horizon bringing everybody up on the line now.
Yeah, this is just going to be a collision.
Yeah, this is just Wildcat at its best. Knutson breaks the outside. He's looking for the pylon. In the 5, the 10. Touchdown, Sabercats. Great instinct there, and it's coming back. Well, I don't know where that flag's at, but it looks like the umpire threw it. Judging by the reactions of some of the kids on the green, yeah. Boy, there wasn't... He broke up to the side and went straight outside and showed a great burst of speed, didn't he? And took it right to the corner. Casey Knutson, the junior. Plays to be made was there, so holding will bring it back. And I'm not sure what the penalty count is tonight, but it's in double figures.
Some nights, that's just how it is, huh?
Yeah. Well, and it's the thing is Horizon's just too good to have that be part of your issue. So, first down again. Replaying the down, 22-yard line. Then Hoke fakes to nobody really, trying to get away.
Yeah, he's
there.
He needs to get down for his health.
yeah. Well,
he's not a big guy.
And Meyer and you could tell the mesh isn't there. There's no fake whatsoever. They're not even reaching for each other.
Yeah.
I think Meyer's going to make the block, and it's the discipline of playing the position the whole year and having that timing. Because when all of a sudden guys running forward can see there's no connection between the fake and the mesh. Straight postman on the middle, and they're going to call it. Yeah, it's a good call there. The defensive back grabbed Murphy as he's going by. Great throw by Tanner Hoke that time, Randy. Put it right in the middle. If he hadn't been grabbed, Murphy would have ran right into the ball. He put that right between the safeties, and that should have been a touchdown. You could almost say a nice play downfield by the defensive back because he didn't let him get by. He saw he was running free. I'm not sure we've gone 4 plays in a row for quite some time without a penalty. So pass interference.
But like the NFL, you
have
the ball in the one, it's not the same thing.
It wasn't in the end zone. I think they called him right before he got in the end zone. Because if it had been in the end zone, they moved a little further. But either way, though, 2nd and 10 after the penalty, replay the down, get the yardage gain. Ball's on the 10-yard line or just outside it. Fire on the slant. And, yeah, that was an easy call there. Jimmy Carson on the outside here, and he just got mugged. Stop pattern. The Horizon players, every DB, that's the code. There's no way you did what they think you did. So back-to-back interference plays. Moves the ball down about the 6-yard line, in the right hash. Murphy and Simpson split left. Simpson in the slot. you got that safety in the middle of the field. He's got to start cheating over here, and you got to give room. Otherwise, you got Murphy big time one-on-one. Looks to that side, fires right over the middle. Actually, screen play to Meyer. And I'll tell you what, that was a touchdown-saving tackle. Nice play coming up by the Horizon. Kobe Small, the senior linebacker, 32, has made several plays like that. Timing was there, just a short middle screen. And Meyer turned around, got it down to about the 2-yard line. So 1st and goal after that first down on the completion. Still some uncertainty coming into play. Quarterback's not sure what the play is going to be. This is not the time you want to have a delay a game. Back judge hasn't started his count. Now he has. Snaps high. Hoke's trying to take it straight forward, just pushing through there. Guys are just shoving towards the end zone. I think he got some plus yardage, Randy, but didn't get to the stripe. So 2nd down and barely. That was just I'm just going to take it forward. This is when you want to be, sometimes you just need to go under center. That's so much quicker here. You get a chance to run the sneak or give.
As much as he's run this year, you would think they'd have that play in there. Because every time he runs, he's starting from 5 yards back.
Yeah, well, and there's that split second one still out there. Trying to throw the slant coming in there, and there was all kinds of traffic in the way of Murphy coming. And we got a flag at the end of the play. Well after the play was over. Like I say, Murphy just trying to run that slant play, and that takes some courage as a receiver because you're running into the teeth of the defense. Everybody's near the line of scrimmage. There's no sense defending the end zone, as one of my old coaches used to say. Defensive backs in the back of the end zone are doing nobody any good on defense. They're all stacked up there in the first couple of yards until the receiver pulls them deeper in the end zone, and he ran into about 4 or 5 bodies there. So penalty's going to be on Horizon. I think there's been 6 penalties just in the last couple of minutes here. Back in the Wildcat formation. High snap. Knudsen did grab it. Spins away from one tackle. He's going to get stuffed short. Boy, Horizon does not want to let the score in. Pride on that defense. You can see it. But snap that time. Knudsen did a nice job of just getting it. Second or third and goal now. Power find and Meyer flanked to both sides of Knudsen. Snap again, straight lead forward. He's going to step into the end zone. Touchdown, SaberCats. Breaks the shutout. And you know what? You take moral victories when you can. That puts them across the line, 6 points. And keeps the running clock. And it kept the, I'll tell you one thing, Randy, it kept the Horizon offense off the field for about 5 minutes, didn't it?
Yes, it did. 2:54 left now in the third quarter.
Murphy will kick. Carson's the holder. Fake play called down in there. Simpson's going to catch the ball and try to get the end zone and doesn't make it. Why that was a necessary call, I'm not sure, but it was planned. And the rollout hit Simpson about the 2, but a great tackle coming up from the secondary. Little article we're talking about there. We're just seeing on Twitter tonight. And Miles Blumhart from the Coloradoan. We'll talk about that a little bit more tomorrow night when we got Fort Collins and...
What a big game. We haven't said anything about it.
But Fort Collins tomorrow night, a chance to really rectify their season. Wins are coming in, trying to keep a high RPI in the 4A playoffs.
And it's looking like we might have the home Windsor game here on Stream of Sports.
Stay tuned.
We have to pay a fee to CHSAA to broadcast that game because we are not in FHS. So, so anyway, I think
some people move on, some people don't.
Yep. So anyway, we're going to see, but I think we might have a game.
Fossil Ridge setting up here for the onside kick. And it took a horrible bounce.
It's got to go.
Horizon's going to do the smart thing and stay away from it. There's no reason for them to get near it. So the ball took that funny football bounce.
Just a bit short.
Yeah.
And then a flag got maybe somebody
wishful thinking. Yeah, actually, well, it's the flag is because the
ball didn't go
10 yards. That means it's a spot down and officials discussing. Picked that thing up as we expected, just because that is the violation. Basically didn't go 10 yards. So 1st and 10 now. Steinbach back there, dotting the I, as it were. But no fullback, so just to make me a liar, they come out and spread formation with Steinbach single back. Capetillo underneath the center. Motion, top of your formation there. Steinbach straight up the middle, dodged away a couple there. He's going to go the outside, strips away one tackle, brought down by Carson after a gain of about 7. Good tackle by Carson. .237 left here in the third, 35-6.
So tomorrow night's game definitely has some RPI ramifications.
Big time.
Fort Collins is down a bit, but Windsor is number 2. And if Fort Collins can beat the number 2 team, I'm sure that would put them up quite a bit. So right now they're number 23.
Steinbach left side, goes up the middle, spins off a couple tackles. And for the second time tonight, Nathan Meyer takes him by the shirt tail and just drops him. After the big chunk he took out of his jersey earlier in the game, I would find a way to tuck that jersey in, because he'd been dancing in the secondary.
He's so fast, he might be running out of his jersey.
There wouldn't have been anywhere to find him if he'd have gotten away. Meyer tackling about 6-7 yards downfield, so 1st and 10, ball 29-yard line.
Horizon has a good mixture of size, power, and speed.
They got some serious speed to go with that size, I really agree. Power I formation, Steinbach ISO right side. But credit.
54, man, what a play.
They come straight up the middle that time and stopped him. Garrett Brown, the senior linebacker, and on the outside over there, too, was, I don't know if that was Meyer or Bauerfeind, but loss of a couple on the play. Thanks the concession stand. They're giving us a couple of goodies at halftime. We got a little Mama Roney's pizza rolls here, and I'm kind of doing it the way the Pioneers used to do it. I'm just leaving it down there on the heating element and keeping it warm. Is that called roughing it?
Yeah.
2nd and 11, Capetillo back to throw. Screen pass out here to the outside. Steinbach's got it, open field. Downfield, the 15, the 10, going to the corner of the pylon, runs away from everyone and takes it. I think that's his 5th touchdown tonight. What a night, and what a play call.
Yeah. That young man had to miss some games.
I don't think it makes sense to me. Exactly right. And if you know that on Twitter, why don't you please inform us of that? Some of you folks
from Horizon.
Yeah. Please inform us.
He came in with 428 yards, and he's got. I mean, that wasn't rushing. But yards from scrimmage, I'm sure he's got close to 300 now.
Kind of like Joe Friday showing up and nobody knows why, and all of a sudden everything's solved. What an explosive runner. Snap, kick, good. Boy, I tell you, Fossil's been all over those PATs and just getting them underneath. Great effort there each time, but not getting it done. 42-6 with 48 seconds to play here in the third quarter.
That's a great play call. And, I mean, not that he needed the 5 blockers that was out in front of him, but he had five blockers out in front of him.
And the execution there, they got an aggressive defense, playing at gambling. It's been paying off for them tonight, obviously, but their offense is just executing at a really high level. Guys downfield, those guys downfield were putting a hat on a hat, and you give him that sliver, but, boy, there was room.
And Horizon is one of those teams that always plays with just a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, don't they?
Yeah, going down like they want to do it. So after the touchdown reception and finish by Steinbach, I believe that is his 5th. 48 seconds to play. Kickoff, squib kick though off the side of the foot. It's going to keep bouncing. Picked up the 22-yard line. A couple of moves to get that edge.
It's 31 on the return.
And a nice way just to take that north and south. And that's the Nathan Novak. And the good thing about that is that earlier he was the one that walked off the field and got dinged on the play earlier. So good to see him back on the field.
Sophomore.
Yep.
We'll be seeing a lot of him next 2 years.
So 1st and 10 now, SaberCats. 2 receivers top of your screen, tight in that way too. Linebackers up on the line of scrimmage again. Horizon plays everybody so close. Chance to go in there and just nowhere to go. Thrown down, coming in unblocked on the backside.
32 is a beast, isn't he?
Yeah, and Kobe Small, the senior, just kind of he's in the office of the SaberCats backfield, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, he's set up camp and got a desk and a phone and everything.
Gone. Loss of about 10 on the play. Hoke looks to his left, steps up, fires to the out. Hits his receiver, starts to move upfield, only going to gain of just a couple. Keaton Bentley there, the senior, catches the out.
That's going to be the last play of the quarter. So anyway, our score 42-6 after 3 quarters. Horizon ahead of Fossil Ridge. You're watching Streaming Sports.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
We're back here now, 42-6 your score. Horizon well ahead of Fossil Ridge.
Yeah, just a commanding performance tonight by Steinbach on that offensive line. Their defense playing very aggressive. You see him coming up there, bringing 7. Hoke back to throw, 3rd and 14. Hits Carson out here. About the 40-yard line. He's going to be short about 4 yards. Nice catch, turn and run, but good tackling. I mean, the defensive backs, the secondary for Horizon, just keeping everybody in front of them. And they have tackled well tonight, even when Fossil's gotten it downfield. So 4th down, it's 4-down territory everywhere they're going to go. Meyer flanked to the right side of Hoke. Trips the top of the screen. Love to see that little slant play over the middle of Simpson again, but he stays in blocks, tries to get away. They're trying to call a screen play. Hoke's got to just fire the out and throws it away. And unfortunately, that was 4th down.
I think we saw an NFL quarterback do that a couple of weeks ago. Andy Dalton.
We had a flag downfield, though, so we'll see what the call is. Looks like it's going to be against Horizon. If it is, it'll be 1st down for the SaberCats. And both squads are staying on the field, so it looks like it will be.
And stupid play by Horizon.
Yeah, a little uncharacteristic there at the end.
Well, just looking at the big picture, you know, you get the ball because they didn't make it, and you go in and
really get this over with.
Yeah, get it over with. if you're Horizon, that's what you ought to be thinking. But want to thank our sponsors, Pedersen Toyota, Schrader Oil, First Bank. If you'd like to be a sponsor for Poudre School District or for now they're changing.
Not sure.
I think they turned over on downs.
I think it was after the play was the foul.
So anyway, email us at rmccoy@streamitsports.com. That's RMCCOY@streamitsports.com. Or just go to the Stream It Sports website. You can get in there and get to Phil, and we'll sit down and meet with you. You got a meeting next week with potential sponsors.
Yep.
So it's a great way. We have
lots of
views here.
Exactly. Well, and if your audience are high school sports fans and family members of Poudre School District athletes, we're your guys.
Yeah, this is
handoff up the middle. First time now. Backups in all across the board for Horizon. Coach Ibarra recognized things are fairly well in hand. 11 minutes left, 42-6 they lead. Probably calling it a night for Mr. Steinbach, and as I say that, he jogs on the field. I saw a few more different bodies out there, but that was actually the quarterback that came in and played a fair amount in the first half. Matt Francis, the junior. Power I formation, right side, isolation gives, Steinbach straight up the middle. Spins his way forward for about 4 across the 50. Ball's just right out there in the middle of the Poudre School District logo. And after that, a timeout's taken by Fossil Ridge with 10:26 here to play. They trail 42-6. You're watching Stream It Sports.
After playing the game for many years, and I decided I could either watch from the couch or get on the field and become part of the game.
I became a judge because it was a natural transition from being a gymnast to coach, now judge.
I love the large crowds, the excitement of the game, and you know what? I got the best seat in the house.
Help these kids. Help this community. Become an official.
We're back here, 42-6 our score. Tomorrow night, our final game of the year here at Poudre School District. Fort Collins and Windsor, that promises to be a great game, good rivalry, and Windsor number 2 in the RPI.
Yeah.
And
great
win over Skyline last week. And
big crowd over here on both sides of the field for our last telecast of the year. Nice job on the SaberCat defense that time. Steinbach takes it up the field, and he doesn't get it. So another timeout's going to be taken by Fossil Ridge. You know what, trying to maximize some time on the field for those players there. 4th and short for them, and we can chat a little bit more about tomorrow night. Like I say, we can summarize the fall sports. It's been the ladies' fall, hasn't it? Softball, yes. Great teams play up here. Fossil Ridge made the finals and just fell short in the finals. Volleyball. All 3 of the big local teams here, and it's hard not to
dominant.
Say. Yeah, and Poudre volleyball had a very good season. We saw them play.
Improved a lot.
The trouble is they're playing with 3 of the beasts of the 5A here.
Yeah, and in their home, within 10 miles of their school. They've got 3 top 10 teams that's got 7 losses between the 3 of them, I believe.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
So.
And several
Fossil Ridge is
several
peaking.
of them to each other.
Fossil Ridge is peaking. Well, they all beat up on each other. And Fossil Ridge, the defending champions, is peaking right now, and they've been dominant the last few games. Rocky Mountain came from nowhere.
4th down play here, motion. Fumble, though, ball on the ground. They certainly won't make it now. It doesn't matter who covers the ball. One of the few mistakes on offense tonight for the Hawks. So just a fumble on the center exchange and goes down. So turnover and downs now. 1st and 10. SaberCats ball back to their 48.
Again, our first year broadcasting Windsor High School and Windsor's volleyball team is a top 10 team in 4A. Yes. And you
and I got to watch them play too.
Yeah.
Very explosive. A lot of That's a well-balanced team. A lot of athletes, but all in their positions they need. Twins both sides of the field now. Hoke back. Blitz coming. Has to be forced outside. And fires a little too tall that time, trying to hit his receiver here on the near sideline, Keaton Bentley. And that's one where the block actually was there. He kind of went outside the block where the defender could have got to him. If he had rolled to his right there, he had a little bit more time, but play might have been designed favorable to this side of the field, so he had to come over. But either way, incomplete. So 2nd and 10 now. Same formation. Cootzen up the block, fired downfield. Slot picked off, though. Safety saw that coming. He's got the sideline. Just a couple players to beat. Steps out of one tackle and is going to go down.
He just...
Well, and he's playing back at about 25 yards, Randy, and
just
Hoke
watching his eyes. And
yeah, Hoke fired it in there. It's right on target, but, playing center field like that, he just doesn't want anything over the top of him, and he got to run at it, and excellent play.
Another fast...
Yeah,
runner too. I mean,
he's got athletes on the perimeter, doesn't he?
Yeah, Fossil Ridge fortunate he didn't return that all the way.
So the turnover gets the ball back right on the left hash on the 30-yard line going in.
First interception for Hoke tonight. I think this offense wants to.
They want to get
that running clock.
Yes, they do, because they still see that's mostly the starters in there right now. 2 tight ends, I formation, fake, pulled it back over here. Capetillo's trying to get to the outside, not much to go to the sideline. Takes a pop, gains about 5.
46, great pursuit.
Bauer fine, there's no quit. You can't tell the SaberCats they've not let up on the gas. They've all gas, no brakes all the way all night, and kudos to them just for that.
And Bauerfein, just a junior, so, boy, he will be a beast on defense next year.
Well, and like I say, he had 5 or 6 sacks so far this year and an outstanding season. They're going to miss Nathan Meyer like nobody's business, but the next year, the next leaders step up. Steinbach straight up the middle, steps around there, grabbed again by the jersey. Tell you, he's got to get a tighter fitting jersey. That's 3 runs that have been cut way short because he got turned around. He's not a big kid, so he was downfield and past the sticks.
Folks, if you've ever wondered why everything is so tight in football, the pants and everything, it's so you can't grab them to tackle them.
Penalty at the end of the play. Get the call now from the official. Face mask on Fossil Ridge. Okay. Could have been at the end. Because, he got spun around because his jersey got grabbed. So I'm sure they saw something more than we saw as that play unfolded.
They were only about 30 yards closer, so maybe they...
So it's going to be 1st and goal, ball about the 6-yard line, 7-yard line. In case you're interested, Steinbach still back there, dot in the I, power I formation. Give the fullback up the middle on a trap play, spins around down about the 1-yard line. I like that call, Randy. That's just basically the old crossbuck. Your fullback behind the quarterback, cuts behind, the guard pulls, and then he just runs back in. The power back to the side of the fullback just follows underneath that guard, and that is so tough on a defense. If you can run a cross block or a trap like that, as the old school guys called it,
Nebraska
so
may or may not have run that with some fullbacks over the last 50
million
years
times or
now.
so. Yeah, exactly. Guys like Tom Rathman and Andre Franklin, big dominant Sunday guys for the same reason. Big and mobile. Steinbach straight up the middle, trying to find a place to go. Just going to be short. Now it's just play to play. You're trying to win play to play. Yeah, that starts. Somebody said, "What's the school record?" And that's kind of what we're at here. So 3rd and goal, ball inside. It's not a touchdown, but it's as close as you possibly be, I think, without being in the end zone on the mark. This is one of those times where your linemen, they want the guy to get it. They want him to get that last ISO play, right side, spins around. I don't know. This could take they're coming up there. The officials are saying he's still short. Nobody's got their hands in the air. Great job. The big fella's up underneath for Fossil Ridge at the line. They're getting underneath. If You see the Horizon kids, they want to run or they want to do another play. They want to get another play. But no gain on the play. It's when the official said, you didn't score, but I can't move the ball back. They're placing it right down where it was at, and it's just immaterial at this point. But like I say, credit the big fellas up front for Fossil that time. They got underneath, made a paw, and linebackers came up and stuffed him.
Well, you got to run a quarterback sneak. They've done this before. Well, they're going to give it to.
He'll just take the speed run to the outside and sneak into the end zone.
6 touchdown.
Yeah. So a less than 1 yard run, but it's got to be credited at least in yards. So he got that. Shortest run he's had tonight, but it's the hardest one he had to work for. It took him 3 tries. No quit in the SaberCats there, but now we do have the running clock that we started after we go. And yes, it is started up, and there's 6.5 to play, and that's how much longer we've got to play here tonight. Fossil Ridge has used all 3 of their timeouts.
Well, they held it off. Really, as long as they could. At one point, it was inevitable.
Boy, just another miss on the PAT. And an otherwise very talented team, and you're looking at just the...
Well, he made it.
Little bit of the moments there. The only thing they don't kick it well.
No.
You're
just barely making those extra points.
Yeah, and you're going to have run backs every time. You're not going to get it to the end zone. But that's really getting picky to look to find something, isn't it?
Yeah, you got a guy who runs almost 300 yards. That's kind of a good thing.
Well, like I said, they're big, they're solid, they're mobile and hostile on defense, where they tackle well and fly to the ball, and came with a very aggressive game plan tonight. We're down to 5.5 to play.
Neither team in a huge hurry to...
Well, like I said, and then in a game where there's so many penalties early, you'd have a positive play, but then all of a sudden you'd have a loss of a holding in the backfield or something like that just moved you back and made it so tough against a team that was playing really well right out of the gate.
Wind did a little thievery.
A little pilfering there, I see.
Yes.
Halloween is still a thing. Somehow we just ended up with a nice big bag of M&Ms in the booth.
Well, I may or may not have just taken them out of his
he may or may not
bag. He'd already had them ready to go home.
Kick drive, because it's going to be taken at the 25, 26-yard line, straight up the field. Tried to break the outside. Need to go straight forward there.
Well, and, Horizon, you just cannot get outside on them.
No, there's too much speed, well coached. But it was a great grab just to do the right thing. Ethan Park, the sophomore, what he did there, Randy, he didn't let the ball go by. Sometimes you see guys say, okay, I'll get to the guys behind him. He cut that off and made sure they got good field position. They're out past the 30-yard line, and as a coach, as a rule, would take that every time. So 1st and 10, 31-yard line. Hoke still at quarterback. Meyer behind him, I believe, and making sure that they got their 3-man line now, just backing off and taking extra room. Meyer carries straight up the middle, busting through the safety, still running over bodies, gain of about 15, leaving white jerseys on the turf all behind him. Fossil Ridge back in the hurry up now, because the clock is stopped, not for nothing. 3:40 to play left here. Twins both sides of the field. Give again to Meyer. Breaks this in the outside. Got a lot of reserves in here on that defense now for Horizon. And they're going to let the big fella punish those kids, saying, okay, you want to get out, you want to get on the field, here's what it's like. Second and very short. Read option, give. Hook keeps it straight up the middle this time, breaks away one tackle. First down yardage, and more. Still going downfield inside the 25. Tackled and smartly gets to the edge. 3:04 left to play. Going out of bounds does not stop the clock. But the clock was stopped by a timeout taken by Horizon. So the up-tempo has kind of caught them off guard, and they have a chance to so they're going to take a timeout just to try to gather. Like I say, you got reserves in there. So we'll take a timeout up here too, with Fossil trailing 49-6, 3 minutes to play. Timeout by Horizon. You're watching Stream It Sports.
This life, it isn't for everyone. It's not for the modest, the cautious, the faint of heart. It's for the dauntless, the determined. This life, it isn't just a craft or another career. It's a calling.
Right now, get 0% APR for 60 months on a new 2017 Toyota Tundra, or get $1,750 cash back.
Toyota, let's go places.
So we're back here. Fossil Ridge with the ball. Clock running. Or running clock, but timeout stops it.
Timeout will stop it in injury. That's excuse me, the only way. Hope pump fakes, got Murphy down the sideline, just overthrew him. Been a tight window to throw a ball. Need to be just as he got to the goal line. Safety did a nice job. I tell you, the safety's back there too. There's speed and athleticism all over this Horizon team.
Yeah, and that just shows you in football, speed do count.
Twins again, 2.5 to play. Rush coming, pump fake over the middle, high throw, and there's a push on the play there. Bauerfeind was downfield trying to make a catch, and not seen Bauerfield downfield, but he's got an eligible number, so they're trying to do it. The penalty in the backfield, they're trying to tell the officials, come on, let's go. We want to run another play, and I love this right now. They're competing to the very end.
Well, yeah, it's been almost ridiculous how many penalties we've had.
Yeah. Well, like I say, you got a fair amount of reserves in there now for Horizon, and kids want to make plays. And that was the high pass over the middle. Safety just kind of rode him. Put it up where the receiver's the only one that had a chance at it. Pretty good throw. Blitz coming, all-out jailhouse blitz coming. The Hoke just fires the ball. Got the man in the flat. Hits Bauerfeind. He's going to gain about 6 yards inside the 10. Nice throw by Tanner Hoke. I tell you what, he's competed all night long, hasn't he?
Well, he's competed all year, and you know he's played quarterback all year. He hadn't got hurt. He's played every down that he's been eligible to play.
Horizon takes a timeout. 1.5 to play. Coaches are saying, okay, just get in your base defense. And younger players, and you see the hurry up in front of you, and tough to pay attention.
So again, tomorrow night, Fort Collins and Windsor. Windsor is number 2 in the RPI. Only loss is to Pine Creek, who's number 1. And
kind of cream kind of rises to the top, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, they're perennial power, and every year competing for that state title, aren't they?
Well, you know, they got that great small town spirit, and I mean that in the best possible way. It's not a small town anymore, but boy, they rally around their football, their basketball, all their athletic teams over there. They get great support locally, and that's just a credit to the city and the school and what they built tradition-wise. So second down, pump fake, slant play, goes in there, caught, and into the end zone, touchdown, and penalties galore afterwards. Not so sure what the penalties were before. I don't know if somebody did a little targeting call, but
well, and you can officially say the old adage, you can call a foul on every play.
Yeah. So the touchdown is good. As you can tell below us, personal foul, blow to the head. Yeah, it was a targeting call. And someone trying to keep him out of the end zone, which the only way you can do that is basically with your head. That's the one area that's hardest for any defensive player, Randy, to try and hold off. So the
and if you're not experienced enough, you know.
No, that's hard. That's very hard at a high school level. They know the goal line. You got to put that wedge in, and that's usually your hat first. Wildcat formation, straight drive of the middle. Knutson steps around one tackle, gets in for the 2. So your final score is going to be 49-14, unless something really crazy happens on the kickoff, and if actually we even get the kickoff done, because they are. You know, by the time we actually get both teams back out there, I'm pretty confident saying this game is over with the clock running. No matter, even though they've got it back under 40.
Yeah, they're not even going to try.
Now Horizon, like I say, they don't have to be out there, and we're down to 10 seconds left to play.
So anyway, that's our final tonight, 49-14. In many ways, wasn't that close, but Fossil Ridge did compete hard. They scored a couple of touchdowns. And that's it for their seniors' last home game, senior night. So just a reminder, tomorrow night, Fort Collins, Windsor, that'll be our last broadcast of this particular year. For Brian Roxbury, David Haase, this is Randy McCoy. We'll see you tomorrow night. Fort Collins and Windsor.
Poudre School District High School Football, live on Stream It Sports Northern Colorado, has been brought to you by Schrader Oil. Fuel your day. By Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins. Everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good.